Welcome in to the PHNX Suns pregame show presented by BetMGM. I'm Lindsay, that's Saul, that's Flex, that's Espo. And tonight the Phoenix Suns will be taking on the Denver Nuggets, but low-key, kind of a lackluster game, if you will, between these two teams with the fact that the injury report is looking the way that it's looking.
I actually think it's even more interesting.
I think it's more,
Now that Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon are not playing, and Devin Booker and Bradley Beal aren't playing, we got an even fucking playing field. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, let's go.
I would rather see these two teams go toe-to-toe, like full strength.
You're right.
Well, no shit. But, like, I mean, if one team's going to be at a deficit and the other one's going to have all its stars, I didn't want to see that.
Correct.
Well, yeah, for sure. But the fact that both teams have pretty substantial players out, like...
Just like LA, forever and always, fuck Denver.
Yeah.
Well, yes, of course.
Let me make it very clear. You could have 15 high schoolers out there in the Denver Nugget uniforms tonight, and I'd still want to kick their ass, and I'd still think it'd be an entertaining game because it's Denver.
Yeah.
I don't care who's out there. This is always an interesting game, no matter what. It better be an ass kicking tonight. It would be nice if that could happen.
Espo and I were talking, and we were questioning: is Denver now our biggest rival? Is that our biggest rivalry right now?
No,
I don't think so yet.
Why?
I just don't feel like there's enough history.
Who do you think it is?
Okay, so
it's still the Lakers, I think.
No, okay, so here's my thing. You have to define what rivalry means to you. Because I know a lot of it has to do with like going back and forth and both sides winning a little bit here and there. To me, rivalry is more like beef these days. At least that's how I view it a little bit more.
Dallas has a bigger rivalry with us than.
Yeah.
In their mind, but in the Suns' mind, to me, okay.
We hate Luka, but we don't really care about Dallas.
All right.
Well, that's what I mean, though. Isn't a rivalry supposed to be a little bit of hate, too?
Yeah.
We hate Denver.
Oh
my gosh. Like, they're so obsessed with everything that we do. They hate on us every single move that they can. They were more happy about beating us than they were winning a championship.
Right.
And we feel the same kind of way.
Do we
You're talking about Denver fan base?
Yeah, I'm talking fan base. I feel like
team
the
fan base,
fan base is far more sassy with Mavs fans than they are Denver fans. I feel like both Denver and Mavs fans have it out for Suns fans.
I don't hate. I honestly don't hate Denver.
Currently, who is the biggest rival? Is it the Lakers? Is it the Mavs? Or is it the Nuggets?
I would say Mavericks first because of the Game 7 stuff, the Luka Book rivalry. Then I'll say Lakers because of history. And I think the Nuggets are next, depending on what the next chapter brings. If we play the Nuggets again in the playoffs and some shit pops off, then I think, okay, they're moving up to the biggest rival. But I don't think they're there yet. We've only had like one significant...
Two series in the last, 3 years. You've had Jokic in both have little whiny crybaby moments that drove people nuts, just like Luka does. I think the fan base is. I actually found the Mavs fans nicer to us, even when they kicked our ass than I did.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The Nuggets fans.
I think Nuggets fans hate us more than we think about them. And I think from Mavs and Suns perspective, there's enough back and forth between both sides that it's a rivalry. I think we live rent free in the Nuggets' head.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
like do we talk our talk when they play each other sometimes? Sure. But there are Mavs fans who literally will talk all the time, but in a nice, fun, playful way most of the time. When it comes to Nuggets fans, they just hate us.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I have a weird thing with the Lakers right now because I can't find it in me to hate LeBron.
What?
I've never hated LeBron.
I do not like LeBron.
I don't know why. And
I lied. There was one time I didn't like him, but it was for not basketball.
No, I never liked LeBron.
Why?
No, it goes back to the whole Cleveland thing. When he left Cleveland the first time, I was really upset. Up until then, I was a LeBron fan. When he left Cleveland the way he did, I got pissed.
Yeah.
And then, ironically, when he went back to Cleveland, I got right back on board. I was back to being a big LeBron fan. I'm like, yes, you did the right thing. You went back. Then he left again. I'm like, man, fuck this dude.
Yeah, but he brought the championship to his hometown.
He
At
did.
that point, I feel like he had the right to go wherever he wanted. This has gone a really weird direction. I did not think we'd be having the LeBron debate here, but for me, right now, I think I hate. I dislike the Nuggets more than I do Dallas in any way. Luka drives me nuts, but the whole whatever.
I fully acknowledge that this is probably a little bit more personal than it is.
You've got big brother, little brother beef mixed in this.
Because it's definitely like a DNVR versus PHNX
Totally.
thing. Something that the chat has actually picked up. And DNVR has told me many a time that like our peeps will be in their chat for sure after games, and vice versa. We'll see that tonight. If they smash us or they beat us, they'll be in our chat. They will. They always are.
But by the way, hello. Yes, I did call LeBron an asshole for smoking a cigar, but somebody can be an asshole in a moment, and it doesn't mean I completely dislike them personally.
100%.
Case in point.
100%.
You said it, not me.
That's facts. All right, so I know we showed you the injury report off the top, but let's look at it a little bit more. Devin Booker was questionable coming into tonight's game, officially, quote unquote. We all knew he wasn't playing in tonight's game. Bradley Beal still remains out. On the Nuggets side, Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon were questionable coming in. They both are out. Peyton Watson still probable, and Vlatko Cancar is out as well. And then we have a couple updates from Gerald, who spoke with Frank Vogel before in his media availability before the game. So as far as Bradley Beal goes, Frank said that he is making progress and called it a, quote, workload, and then see how his back responds type of phase. And then Gerald reminded us that Beal is set to be reevaluated next week of that as a part of that initial 3-week reevaluation timeline. So we're a week away. I mean, it doesn't really feel like 2 weeks has gone by, does it?
We're a week away from the doctor's visit to tell us if we're a week or two away.
Okay, but it's still an update is an update.
We're a week away from being 4 weeks away.
No.
An update is an update.
I said it the other day, 4 to 6 weeks was always the real timeline. It was never 3 weeks.
For an actual return.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, and that makes sense because they told us 3 weeks as being reevaluated. You have, even if you're ready to go in 3 weeks, there's still a ramp up phase.
I'm going to say he'll be back in 6 weeks.
Okay.
That's my guess.
All right.
6 weeks from the original.
6 weeks from the original.
Okay, so 4 weeks from now.
So he'll get checked out and then,
And then Gerald also had updates on Devin Booker from Frank Vogel as well. And he said that he has been getting treatment every 12 hours, twice a day since the ankle injury, and said it was a case of sometimes guys can tough it out and finish a game, but then it swells up after. And as for his status for tomorrow, quote, we'll see how he feels tomorrow.
Just fucking say
Hopefully he's out.
Okay, he's not playing them all.
I wasn't here the other night, and I wasn't on yesterday, so I just want to say this. What the hell was Frank Vogel doing, letting him play the rest of that game? It was irresponsible. Anyways, I just had to get that off my chest.
You nailed it.
I mean, you're not wrong. As far as starters go tonight for the Suns, Eric Gordon, Grayson Allen, Keita Bates-Diop, Kevin Durant, and Yusuf Nurkic.
Mm-hmm.
Good, bad, good.
I'm looking forward to the Jokic matchup. I know a lot of people think that this is just going to be Jokic can eat tonight. I'm interested in it. This is going to be the kind of matchup that Nurk has to try to hold his own. He won't beat Jokic. He won't shut him down, but he has to hold his own. He has to be a quality big man, because if he can't do that against Jokic and these bigger centers that aren't as athletic, he's got no hope when we get to the playoffs against the athletic ones. So I need to see something tonight from Nurk.
Define see something. Like what do you?
I need a double-double. I need seeing him pass the ball like we know he can. I need him to not pick up four quick fouls guarding Jokic, and just play solid defense. You're not stopping Jokic. We all know that. Like, there's no center that's going to do that. But don't do stupid things that cost you the ability to be on the floor, because we all know Nurk's out there because he's an offensive guy and a guy that can rebound. Give me that. Don't do anything stupid on the defense.
And also, like, don't hang your head. You know what I mean? Like, Jokic is going to get his. Don't let that affect your confidence. Don't let it affect your game. Like, if he gets you, shake it off and move on. Yeah. Like, that's a big one.
I think Nurk's going to be fine. I think this is a good matchup for Nurk. Like, Wait,
we define that.
Well, in the sense that he's not dealing with an athletic big. He's not dealing with a guy that's running around all day. He's not dealing with a guy that vertically, like, is way more athletic and stuff like that. This is two low-to-the-ground guys. Mm-hmm. These are two low-to-the-ground guys, and I can't stress this enough. And Saul, you could probably co-sign this. When you play with people, when you practice with people, when you work with people in the gym, you pick up on tendencies. I like this matchup. I can't wait to see it. I actually think Nurk is going to play better than people think. I think there's a chance that Nurk is the shiny bright star tonight.
I also think for Nurk too, there's a little bit of a personal side of this too.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like there's got to be a little bit of just some sort of feelings towards Jokic and the Nuggets.
Nurk claims there isn't. I watched a couple interviews. He's full of shit. There's got to be something. This is the guy they chose over you. Now they chose right, but
he's otherworldly, of course. Yeah, like you can't knock them for that. But at the same time, you're still going to feel some type of way.
And look, I just want him to be Walmart Jokic tonight, right? Give me 10, 10, and 7, and something like that, and you can go, okay, he was the lesser version, but he did enough for the Suns tonight.
I hear what you guys are saying. And I want to believe, but I don't know what that's going to mean in terms of actually trying to present any type of resistance to Jokic. I don't care if Jokic is the slowest man in basketball. He's still the best player in basketball, and he's that way for a reason. He's got the second highest usage rate in the league for bigs. Like, he's one of the greatest centers we've ever seen from multiple skill sets. And there's nobody in the league that's going to be able to stop him.
Right.
So, but what you're hoping for, and this is where I'm kind of going with this, is that Nurkic is able to stay in the game and be physical with him to at least somewhat provide some resistance, if anything, to keep keep our guys in the game and fluid defensively. Because otherwise, I say let Jokic get his. Just if he's getting everybody else involved, that's when shit gets really wild. And I think Aaron Gordon not being in this game is a huge factor right now. Because Aaron Gordon, to me, I know he has not been playing very well in recent weeks for Denver, but man, he is an abuser. Yeah. He just gets down there and he does the dirty work. And he's the one that caused us fits last year. It wasn't really.
It was him.
Jamal and Jokic were going to get theirs, but Aaron Gordon was basically, to me, the singular reason why the Nuggets ended up beating us in 6 games, because he was just so damn dominant at the rim, and we couldn't do anything about it because we didn't have anybody that could match up with him.
Not only that, he's the one guy that can give KD fits. Mm-hmm. Physically, he can give KD fits, and so he's so athletic. So I agree. Matt, I'm telling you, I think Nurk's gonna have a great game tonight.
And shout out to Austin because he said that too.
What?
Aaron Gordon.
Oh, okay.
The one thing that really bothers me about Aaron Gordon and the Nuggets is that I actually like Aaron Gordon, but I don't like that he's on the Nuggets. Like, it makes it like you know how you feel about, like, a lot of people feel about LeBron being on the Lakers. Like, I don't want to root for you because you're on the Lakers. Mm-hmm. Same idea.
Okay.
Gordon was always a guy I wanted to see the Suns save from Orlando. It never happened. The Nuggets happen to be the ones to do it, but I'm right there with you. I don't like him now.
Right, exactly. Feel some type of way about it. We did get a super chat from Shioban. Thank you so much for your super chat. Said, fingers crossed, Bradley Beal is back for Xmas Day. Fingers crossed. That would be nice. And then I want to look back at the poll that we put in at the top of the show. We said, who is the Suns' biggest rival to you right now? We put Nuggets, Mavs, and Lakers. And we have Mavs coming in first with 46%, Nuggets with 33%, and Lakers with 21%. And it's kind of fluctuating just by a percentage.
Okay.
So I still think everyone is majority on board with the Mavs being the number one spot for that right now. But I would say Denver is probably a second for me. I don't really see, the Lakers are always, it's forever and always beat LA. but I don't see it as like a full-on rivalry.
Yeah, the Lakers to me are like they're the rival because that's the historical context of it. But with this rendition of the Lakers, I could care less. I could care less about them. I always want to beat the Lakers, but I don't really care about LeBron and AD. I don't really feel like they're like a significant threat, in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah, I go back to the championship run, the 21 year when the Lakers were up, when they 2-1, and they were dancing around. I felt different after that game. Like it felt, I'm like, fucking Lakers, man, can't be the Lakers. And so that's the thing. I think I can't forget the history. And so I still think that if the Suns and Lakers matched up in the playoffs, there's a whole different vibe than if it's Suns Nuggets. That's my opinion.
Yeah, per usual, I'm biased because of other reasons, so I'm going to stick with the Nuggets.
All right, so we talked about Jokic and we talked about Nurk and Aaron Gordon being out. Who do you think is going to be someone that could potentially step up in a really big way in tonight's game on either side?
This is going to sound really weird.
Don't even.
I'm going to say Kevin Durant.
Okay.
For a different reason than scoring.
Okay.
He's going to have to help facilitate tonight to replace what we lost with Devin. He's going to have to find ways to get other guys involved from time to time, especially when he's getting doubled and tripled. Mm-hmm. He's going to have to find that. And right now, listen, he's got the second best assist percentage in his career as we speak right now. And so that's good. That shows you that he's trying to distribute. He's trying to get the ball out of his hands. But tonight specifically, you just know that the Nuggets are going to throw the kitchen sink at him. So how are we going to respond? How is he going to respond? So to me, that's the X factor. I think if KD has more than 6 assists, I think we win the game.
I like that. I actually like that. 6 assists, I think that's a nice target. 6, I agree they win. I mean, he's hovering right around 5. So that's kind of where we've been. He's going to need more than 5 for us to win this game.
To me, this game could be a Jordan Goodwin game because you need the defense against Reggie Jackson, who's got it going recently. You need to get somebody that can help guide that second unit and be a guy that can rack up some assists. I really feel like this game's going to be predicated on a guy like a Jordan Goodwin. He won't be the guy with the best stat line, but he may be the guy that we look at and go, well, if he didn't do X, Y, and Z, this game isn't as close as it is, or the Suns don't win this game. I have a feeling that might be where we are tonight.
My hot take of the night is this game may not be as close as people think. I think the Suns could blow these guys out the building tonight.
Okay.
No Jamal Murray, no Aaron Gordon. Joker's gonna be Joker. I like the Nurkic matchup. Michael Porter Jr. is that second guy. You're missing 30 points in that lineup between Gordon and Murray. Who's the third guy? I mean, Michael Porter, can he even be truly the second guy? I don't know if that's his role. And so we're looking at Christian Braun. We're looking at Reggie Jackson. We're looking at KCP. I don't know. I think this is starting to shape up like a game we maybe come here and laugh and say, yo, the Suns blew them out by 15, 20.
If the bench as a whole doesn't play with a lot of energy and aggressiveness and enthusiasm, then that's not going to happen. The bench is going to have to like when we played against Toronto, I felt like the bench, really everybody was kind of like lax, except for maybe 2 guys. And that can't happen tonight. Like, I don't care who's out for Denver. They're still the defending champs. They still have the best player in the world on their team. And as a collective unit, they're still a threat. They can win this game. So you have to show up and you have to play hard. Otherwise, you're going to lose.
Well,
we're getting 2 guys from our bench tonight, too. I mean, with Grayson and Nasir.
Yeah, and they got to show up and play.
They didn't play in Denver.
Don't underestimate a first-time dad coming out and having a little extra pep in his step, wanting to prove something. But I think you have to win the Drew Eubanks minutes tonight against that second unit. Whenever Jokic is off the floor, if Eubanks is the guy that's in there playing center, you have to win those minutes because you're not going to win any other minutes at center. We know that. So have to be a positive there, I think.
Yeah, and I hope Grayson Allen is feeling back to hopefully 100% tonight because the 3-point shooting from him would also be a big help as well. But who's our yeasty boy of the game?
Our yeasty boy of the game. I don't know. Give me a second and I'll find that.
Well, while you come up with that, I'll cover what the guys are wearing tonight. No more white jerseys for the Phoenix Suns. We are wearing the Statement Edition, which is the black jersey with that kind of ombre color on the numbers and around the trim. The Nuggets, though, are wearing their white association jerseys. So at least we get a break from the white ones since, listen, we get it. They were on a long road trip. You could only pack so many jerseys for the trip. They wore a lot of white.
Yep.
So
sorry about that.
You're
I've
good.
been off a few days and I forgot the thing that I'm supposed to do. My EC boy of the game is Tim from Phoenix. Tim, DM me in Discord. You're getting some hero bread on me. Always appreciate your posts in there.
Yes.
Thanks for being one of the guys.
shout out to Tim from Phoenix being our EC boy of the game. And if you guys want to check out Hero Bread, which comes highly recommended from the folks in the Discord, they've got different types, like if you're looking for high protein or high fiber, all kinds of goodness over there. And right now, Hero Bread is offering you 10% off your first order. Just go to hero.co and use code PHNX to save on Hero Bread today. That is hero.co to save 10% with the code PHNX. All right. So who you guys got tonight and by how much?
Well,
Who you taking?
Yeah,
this is
before
earlier
that,
in the
right.
day, so this is just shit. Yeah,
I'm just going to say it's Suns by 12.
Suns by 12.
Wow.
Yeah. Suns by 12. We're going
Okay.
to blow them out tonight.
Okay.
Wow.
How many OGs did we let him take?
I'm going to say Suns by 2. I'm not that bold.
So you had Nuggets by 1. I had Nuggets by 3 as well. This is a tough one. I'm going to go Suns by 1.
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Suns by 1. I'm not
Damn.
not overly confident.
Me
here.
neither. It could go either way for sure.
Yeah, you need a lot of guys who have either not stepped up at times this year or have been out in Grayson in particular the last few games to play well tonight. Things have got to go right to get this one.
Yeah. What do our friends over at the BetMGM Sportsbook app think about this one, though?
They have the Nuggets as a 2.5 point favorite here. This line hasn't moved, though, which is very odd to me after what we heard about the Nuggets. So, but 2.5 points tonight.
Okay. I'm kind of surprised that the numbers don't move that often, or they haven't this season that much, even with like big injuries and things like substantial players being out.
I mean, I'd hop in there and I'd take the Suns at plus money. I mean,
that's not a bad bet.
Worth taking a chance on tonight.
For sure.
PHX Scotty has Suns by 3. That review guy says by 5. Christopher has Suns by 25. Okay, Christopher, you on Flex's side
Let's
right
go,
now.
Christopher.
Charles has Suns by 4. Okay. We said who we think. We know what BetMGM thinks, but what are we actually putting our money on at this point?
The purple pants are back. I'm putting my money on them.
Okay. If only you could put a bet on that, Espo, that would be probably
bet on
really
that
helpful
too.
for you.
I swung big.
All right. What you got, Espo? What you betting on?
I swung real big. Eric Gordon and Kevin Durant each to make 4 or more 3-pointers tonight. So I will be down $10 more. But if not, I get plus 1,400 odds. So.
I mean, that's not bad.
I fucked this up. Okay. It's all right. I'm going to go with it. I don't like it, but I have the Nuggets winning. Yeah. So that's already an L. And then I got player points, or actually PRA for Jokic at 45. I have PRA for Kevin Durant at also 45. And then I have Eric Gordon at 15 PRA and Nurkic at 20 PRA.
Okay.
That's not going to hit. I already know it.
Well, Flex, what you got?
I need your eyes, so.
He's got the Suns winning. He's got Kevin Durant with 20-plus points. He's got Eric Gordon with 10-plus points. He's got Nurkic with 8-plus rebounds. Kevin Durant with 2-plus player assists. And he has a PRA of Nurkic at 15-plus.
Yeah. At a plus 230 for that one.
That's just a lot of work to get to plus 230.
That's sort of how I feel.
I mean,
although I'm not going to lie. I've done like a 3-leg parlay for a plus 110
I mean,
before.
Let's be honest. Nobody should be listening to me.
Really tough that
I'm down like $106,000 right now. So.
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy that does like 11-leg parlays every night.
Yeah, I know. I've jumped in on 2 of them and have lost both
by
times.
one, though.
No.
You lost by 1 both times,
Listen.
and 1 was an injury. The guy got carted off the court at like halftime.
An L is an L.
Yeah,
I am taking Nikola Jokic for the Nuggets' first field goal at a plus 155. So this is not the first field goal of the game, just for the Nuggets specifically. So we'll find out in the first couple seconds to minutes of the game if I win or not.
Jackson.
But what does the leaderboard look like? That's the biggest question. Espo coming in dead last at a minus 137.50. Ouch.
If you hit
Saul,
tonight.
you behind him at a minus 71. Flex behind him at a minus 35.41. And I am sitting at a plus 118.68.
Yeah, well, guess what? If the impossible happens and I hit tonight, I'm not in the negative anymore.
Watch out, world. That's what's coming for you. Listen, guys, if you want to check out our friends over at Gila River Resorts and Casinos, we cannot recommend them enough. They've got state-of-the-art gaming floor with over 800 slot machines, 15 blackjack tables and live tables, and not to mention Arizona's largest casino sportsbook. So head to Gila River Resorts and Casinos and let them show you what the next level is all about. You do you at Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Visit play@gila.com for more details. Okay, this was hilarious, and we can't not talk about it on the show. So KD and Adidas have beef. So here's how it all started, right?
Who in the league I want to see win? KD. Yeah, and he with Nike. I want to see him put on the E one time.
Okay, maybe in practice or something.
Nah,
you know?
in the game.
Okay, so Anthony Edwards says that, and it gets tweeted out. KD decides to quote tweet it and said, "Won't ever see me put a big toe in them MFers." And then Adidas rolled up and said, "You dusty, about to retire soon anyway." Whoops. Apparently somebody forgot to switch accounts because they deleted that real quick and followed up with, "Meant to send that from the burner account, ...
Hold on. So they insult KD, they delete it, and they insult KD again. Like this is... I mean, come on.
Oh.
Really, Adidas shoes? Yeah, Kevin Durant ain't ever going to put his foot in an Adidas shoe because
Of course not.
they ain't paying him the money like Nike is.
Of course not. I feel so bad for this social media manager because that's a big L to take. Like, that's a big, oh, shoot, I messed up.
You
Like,
really think he
accidentally
messed up?
switching
I don't think he
accounts?
messed up at all.
messed up. I think
But you
that's
think it was on
I
purpose?
think
Yeah,
that's
1,000,000%.
The
The
whole
whole thing.
plan.
Look,
No.
every single
Yes.
outlet is taking it and saying KD got burned by this.
Yes, they love it.
And that was great for
That
Adidas.
guy should get a promotion.
1,000,000%.
No, because you know what's going to happen? Not one more person is going to buy a damn Adidas shoe.
That's a
No,
lie.
I think people
That's
are
a
actually
million
going to
percent
buy
lie.
the damn shoe
No.
now.
Yeah,
I mean, I
1,000,000%.
think people
No.
love this
Yo,
stuff.
this
I
is-
don't think
this is
this
the-
person, if it was an accident and they forgot to actually switch accounts, I don't think they should lose their
Okay.
job.
No,
Well,
he
they
didn't.
didn't
No
forget-
way
no.
he forgot.
That-
He would have just deleted it.
That-
For
yeah.
him to follow up and say that's a joke.
No,
I think
because
that'd be
then
funny.
then you play into the already mess up.
No,
No.
that's a troll of Kevin Durant and
Yeah.
his burner
He had a
account.
burner account.
This was
Yeah.
all
This is all.
planned.
This is all planned.
Yeah.
There's nothing about this that ain't
It was-
calculated.
I don't
was-
want to believe it's planned. I think it's funnier if it's an accident and then that's what happened.
No, that
Not
guy
an
got a
accident.
promotion,
Yep.
and they're gonna sell a hell of a lot of these
Yep.
Anthony Edwards sneakers.
1,000,000%.
Why,
Yeah.
No, why would that? Unless they put that tweet and KD's tweet on the other side, nobody gives a shit. They're not going to buy Anthony Edwards.
Do you not know how
because
marketing
of that
works?
tweet.
I think
yeah,
they are.
I do. I sat in
Because
both
of
of those
that-
seats before.
Because of this, it got into a lot more people's faces.
Did you,
Yeah.
did you
And
see the
it-
shoe in any of
Yeah,
that?
the orange ones.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if
I
they
didn't
don't
even
do
see the
this,
shoes
No.
today. All I
See?
saw was this.
Exactly.
bro,
But you
I
know
wouldn't
now.
even known it was a shoe if this wouldn't have happened.
Thank you. I didn't even know Anthony Edwards was an
I
Adidas
didn't
guy.
either. I didn't
Till
either.
today.
I
Now I
still
wanna
want to
see the
believe
shoe.
it was an accident. It's funnier if it was.
There's not a chance. If it was an
No.
accident, it's deleted and nobody even addresses
Exactly.
it over there.
But he followed up with the KD burner joke.
Take it as somebody that's done that before and tweeted from the wrong account and tweeted from the Suns thinking I was on my own account. You just delete it and hope nobody noticed. That's
Yeah,
what happens. you
For
know?
sure, but I feel that's what you typically do. But I do think it's funny when corporations do have a whoopsie and they lean into it. I
That
do
was-
think
I
that
don't
a
thi-
lot
that-
of people
that
are
ain't- that
up
ain't
for
a
that
whoopsie.
these days.
No,
Well, I hope we find out because now I'm a little bit bummed and I don't want to believe you guys, so I'm gonna not.
That's
believe
right. That
you guys.
review guy. We're talking about these dumbass kicks because of it.
Exactly.
That's the point.
That's the fact.
But
Yeah, but it still could have been an accident,
Not.
and we would
No.
still be talking about it.
I
That was-
agree that it's
that
created
was
more buzz.
on
I just don't
purpose.
think
That was on purpose.
I don't think it's gonna move the needle in the end.
Well, now I'm disappointed. You guys just killed my vibe.
I actually
100%.
I like the idea that it's all a conspiracy theory and Ant and KD actually get along, and Ant has said how much he has loved KD. So KD did this as a favor to try to move some shoes
or
for him.
a backdoor deal.
I'll help
where
you
Ant
out,
was
kid.
like, hey, I'll send you the money, not Adidas, so that you can still like not mess up any of your other stuff going on.
I wouldn't put it past if that was set up between them. If he purposely said KD and then he knew KD was going to say something. And
I would think that's more likely than that was an accidental tweet and then replying because it was accidental. So
lame. Well, way to rain on my parade, y'all. With that, I guess we'll say goodbye and go watch this game.
We did that rather convincingly, too.
What?
It was definitely a one-sided thing. We were all on the same page immediately. We didn't even talk about it.
No.
I don't like that at all. You guys are lame. All right. Well, hopefully the post-game show, they're not as lame. Join us here after the game wraps up for the post-game. Okay,
Don't
bye.
be gullible.
bye.
We all silly like the mayor.